A dream is your creative vision for your life in the future. You must break out of your current comfort zone and become comfortable with the unfamiliar and the unknown. You should not remain in your comfort zone. If you want to make it big, you must challenge yourself, get out of your comfort zone, and succeed in doing well outside of your comfort areas. Acknowledging the unproductive thoughts and ineffective behavior that you've tried to ignore can be uncomfortable. But, stepping out of your comfort zone and choosing to proactively address bad habits will skyrocket your ability to create long-lasting change. Comedians tend to find a comfort zone and stay there and do lamer versions of themselves for the rest of their career. One element of Madonna's career that really takes center stage is how many times she's reinvented herself. It's easier to stay in one look, one comfort zone, one musical style. It's inspiring to see someone whose only predictable quality is being unpredictable. If you want to make more money, you'll have to do things differently. You will have to do things you never even thought of doing in the past. You will have to do things out of your comfort zone. Read everything. Don't just read things that are in your comfort zone or things that you think you're already going to like. Experiment, try new stuff and try new genres. If you read a lot of romance, then start reading mystery. If you read a lot of mystery, start reading fantasy. There are a lot of forms of exercise where you have to leave yourself out of the room while you force yourself to do this thing. With Pilates, I get to bring my true self. I cry, I laugh. I get to go, where is my body today? What do I need today? How can I take care of myself and push myself past my comfort zone? The one thing you learn is when you can step out of your comfort zone and be uncomfortable, you see what you're made of and who you are. To the degree we're not living our dreams, our comfort zone has more control of us than we have over ourselves. I think it's important to surrender to situations that take you out of your comfort zone. Shifting toward management meant greater responsibility and influence, but it also meant giving up programming day-to-day in my role, which was hard because it took me out of my comfort zone. When you go out of your comfort zone and it works, there's nothing more satisfying. The Daily Show forced me out of my comfort zone. I grew up at the base of a mountain in Virginia, so my comfort zone is that Appalachian area, where all the dudes wear Carhartt and all the women can put on a beautiful sweater with a snowman applique and nobody raises an eyebrow. The further you get away from yourself, the more challenging it is. Not to be in your comfort zone is great fun. I don't really have much to prove. I can easily go in a comfort zone, make 2 films a year, hype them because I've signed them as a star, make them cheap and they will be big hits. People realize this is real pollution, it is not fog. Now everyone has to face the data and come out of their comfort zone. I'm lucky my parents are incredibly supportive and generous people who have put so much faith in me as I jump into this crazy business. It really is so far outside their comfort zone in terms of what a profession can be. You have to get outside of your comfort zone if you're going to make significant changes in your life, and since few things scare people like the unknown, feeling fear is an excellent sign that you're on the right track. My comfort zone is like a little bubble around me, and I've pushed it in different directions and made it bigger and bigger until these objectives that seemed totally crazy eventually fall within the realm of the possible. Jim Newman, the business visionary who created the term comfort zone, showed me how to expand my horizons. Thanks to Jim, after I attended one of his PACE seminars in 1978, I moved out of my comfort zone at Bear Stearns and became a super successful oilman. I am absolutely terrified to move. I truly believe that success lies outside of your comfort zone, and my house has been the greatest comfort zone for me. When I do short films, I try to do something completely out of my comfort zone, out of my element. Plate tectonics is not all havoc and destruction. The slow movement of continents and ocean floors recycles carbon dioxide dissolved in the oceans back into the atmosphere. Without this slow-speed carbon cycle, Earth's temperatures would cool dozens of degrees below your comfort zone. I just love expanding my horizons and growing as an artist. The only way you get to do that is by doing something that scares you or takes you out of your comfort zone. I'm continually trying to make choices that put me against my own comfort zone. As long as you're uncomfortable, it means you're growing. The best things in life are often waiting for you at the exit ramp of your comfort zone. The comfort zone is the great enemy to creativity. Moving beyond it necessitates intuition, which in turn configures new perspectives and conquers fears. As you move outside of your comfort zone, what was once the unknown and frightening becomes your new normal. I'm from the less is more school. I had to be in the more is more zone with Dallas Buyers Club, so I was out of my comfort zone, but I had to trust that. I'd love to play more challenging roles, characters that would stretch my comfort zone and imagination. We don't really have a lot of boundaries no matter if it's on stage or off stage, and by that, I mean we enjoy every moment to the fullest. It does affect our music, too. Challenging our limits every time and trying our best not to stay the same in our comfort zone. Do you feel good in your role? If yes, that's the perfect time for you to experiment with something new, to get out of your comfort zone. This willingness to learn is probably the most important thing for leaders of today and tomorrow. If I do not get out of my comfort zone, then it is not the people but me who should be blamed for choosing same kind of roles. One has to move from one's comfort zone to challenge oneself. If you put yourself in a position where you have to stretch outside your comfort zone, then you are forced to expand your consciousness. In life, we should explore options outside our comfort zone. For Vmana Karnika, I've learnt horse riding and sword fighting, so I have gone out of my comfort zone. I think it's really important to always kind of stretch your boundaries and your limits and get out of your comfort zone. And for me, that's very important. No one goes on a direct path, even though it sometimes feels like your peers might be racing ahead. Everyone's trying to figure it out. But if you just put yourself out there, step out of your comfort zone, establish yourself in terms of skills, mentorship, but leave space for your passions, then you're going to turn out pretty well. Sometimes it's important to get out of that comfort zone and, I think, try new things, and sometimes you can express yourself better. Being mentally tough is having to battle those demons and push yourself out of your comfort zone and force yourself to be the person that your mind is telling you you aren't. Love is all about understanding each other. There are thousands of perfect men out there, but I might find my comfort zone in a pretty average guy. That's love for me. I've realized that my, let me call it, destiny or some force that has pushed me to identify looking for your comfort zone as a kind of limitation. And everybody has a tendency to fall into the comfort zone. I did that in the early stage of my career. I think most actors like to do things that are right outside of their comfort zone. Sometimes you need to come out of your comfort zone a little bit. The greatest things in life tend to happen outside our comfort zones, and doubting your ability to step outside of your comfort zone will keep you stuck. I don't like being stagnant. I want to continue to grow and just be better at what I do, and the only way to do that is to keep stepping outside of your comfort zone. I have stepped outside my comfort zone enough to know that, yes, the world does fall apart, but not in the way that you fear. Visit our website for more quotes, quoting.com.